Welcome to Mindfulness India Summit podcast series. Mindfulness India Summit is first of its kind and Asia's largest comprehensive summit on mindfulness and emotional intelligence backed by neuroscience. The inaugural two-day summit was held in November 2018 at Mumbai with more than 200 participants, over 30 speakers, industry leaders, and experts in the field as a dialogue on the importance and benefits of mindfulness and emotional intelligence at workplace. These practices are known to build stronger leadership skills, enhanced performance, and overall emotional well-being for the individual and the organization. The series is led by Mr. Manish Behl, founder Mindfulness India Summit and Beyond Mind. Presenting to you an episode from the Leadership and Mindfulness podcast series, Mr. Manish Behl in conversation with Dr. Fernandez.
As you know, there is so much of discomfort at our workplace these days. Bosses are under severe pressure and stress. Creativity is being compromised in race of getting work done on time. Performance and innovation has taken a back seat in wake of rise in internal conflict among the teams and departments. At such times, it's a responsibility of a leader for getting the teams together and working towards resolving differences and cultivating enthusiasm. Let me introduce our guest for this episode, Dr. Fernandez, CEO, Search Inside Yourself Leadership Institute, shortly known as SIYLI. Rich has a tremendous experience in leadership and leadership development through mindfulness and emotional intelligence practices. In this episode, Rich will break down how effective teams work and how it is important to create a sense of psychological safety for better performance and creativity of the teams. Let's understand from Dr. Rich what makes a personal as well as team performance most effective at workplace. Over to you, Rich.
Looked at all these variables, looked at almost 200 teams, and guess what the number one trait is? Some of you know this. Does anyone know? Psychological safety. That's what promotes the most effective teams that are able to work the fastest and that are the most innovative. And you know what that is? It's the ability to take risks, to take big risks, to try, to fail, to be able to get support to discuss them, right? And so, yes, dependability and clarity and purpose all matter in that equation. Those are actually other variables, but the top variable is psychological safety. So I want to build on that because I did say that through fear you can get results, but you could get better results with psychological safety. You can get better results with trust. And building on your earlier remarks, in order to earn trust, you have to give trust. You have to trust your team. You have to not whip them, but you have to say, I think you have this. Let's go do this together, right? And promote collaboration, like in that Zenger study, is one of the top 3, promoting collaboration. So creating psychological safety means really creating that sense of trust. And then the very last thing I will say, and before I pass it on, is in order to do all of that, I think as a leader, you have to embody those qualities, and perhaps the top quality you can embody is being vulnerable, being willing to be vulnerable, and just be a real person with your real challenges and be authentic with people.
Thank you, Rich, for sharing this insight. So, there are some great learnings from this discussion. 1. Leading with fear is an outdated and unsustainable style of leadership. On the other hand, psychological safety is number 1 trait that promotes overall result and team performances. It helps to build trusting relationship among teams. Also, a leader's ability to take legitimate risk at work helps the team to trust leader and give more space for creativity and innovation. We hope this podcast will enable teams to understand each other better, which will help in creativity and overall performance. We will be back with a new episode next week. Thank you for listening. This is your host and friend Manish Behl signing off today. See you soon.